This video is going to show you how you can add images into your Google Forms. So there are three different ways. You can have an image that's a standalone, which you can see here on the screen. I have a picture of the White House. If I scroll on down, here's a video, but that's not an image. And then I have images as part of the answers. So here's a question: which part of the government decides whether the laws are fair? And then there's three different images representing the three different branches of the government. So that's images as part of an answer. And here's a sample of images as part of the question. So the judicial branch includes the Senate, and there's a little seal for the Supreme Court, and it's true or false. So I'm going to go back up here and just remove these images and show you how I put them in. So I just click on the picture till you see the little arrows, the drag arrows, the selection arrows, and I'm just going to remove it. So for images that are standalone images, you just decide where you want it to appear in the form. So I want it to come right after the title. So I've clicked on title. It's going to fall below that. Over here on the question toolbar is the icon for add image. I have all these choices, so I'm going to do a search, and I'm going to search for something on the three branches of government. Okay, and you saw there are different things to search on. So then I can go ahead and select, here's an image of the White House, so I'm going to go ahead and select that. Okay. And it puts the image in. That's pretty big, and I don't really want it that large, so I'm going to click on it, and you see that in the four corners you have the little boxes, which are resizing boxes, and so I can resize it that way. And if you notice, let me see if I can get that back. If I click up in this arrow, then I get this the three dots menu, and I can center this then. I could change it, I could remove it, so I can center it. Okay. And so those are ways of working with your image once it's been inserted. Okay, so that's the image as a standalone. It's going to come after the three branches of the government. If I preview it really quickly, there it is. It shows up right there. Okay, now let's go back and see how I did it as part of the question. I'm going to skip that one. I'll come back to it. So here's my question. I wanted to add an image. Again, I'll remove this image so that you can see how I put it back in there. So at the end of the question, if I put my cursor on the question text area, I see my little add image icon. So I simply click on it. Again, I can do a Google Drive search. I can search any of these ways. I'm going to go ahead and do a search in Google, and I'm going to say that was the Supreme Court image. Let's see if I can find it again. Okay, oh, here it is, seal of the Supreme Court. So I go ahead and click and select. It's a little reminder here, only select images you've confirmed you have a license to use. This does say Commons, so I can go ahead and insert that. Again, it comes in very, very large. So I'm going to click on it, grab one of my little resize boxes and resize it so it's not near as large. I don't want to have to scroll through my image. And then again, moving my cursor up to this area, and I had to click to find it a couple times, I'm going to center it. So again, I wouldn't have to. I could leave it left aligned. Go ahead and show you that. So if I look at my form here again, that's the standalone image. And here's the one that I just inserted for the seal of the Supreme Court. Okay, so that's for those of you doing math, inserting a math graphic there, or science. I could see that really working. Art, I mean, it has so many different uses for so many different subject areas, but just think how you might use a picture as an image as a part of your question. And then I have these three are part of the answer. So again, I'm going to go ahead and go back in here and see if I can show you how that was done. So I'm going to remove it. So this little X here will let me remove it, and this is the executive branch. Okay, so here's the answer. I had executive branch. I mean, I wouldn't need any text there at all. I could just have the image if I wanted. So I'll go ahead and just delete that just to show you. And again, I'm going to do a search, and I'm going to do a Google search, but you can search live for stock images. And that was executive branch. And I believe that's the one I used. And I select it, and it says captionless image, so it's saying that you could put an image there. It came in at a certain size. Let's go ahead and preview that so you can see again. So this one doesn't have a caption. It does show captionless image. I probably should have deleted that. So you could have images without information or images with information. Anyway, so there are 3 different ways to use images in your Google form. This one is part of the answer. This is part of the question. And the top one here was just a picture on its own, just as something to spruce up your form. So hopefully that will help you in working with images and putting them in your Google Forms.